Happy Easter to everyone that celebrates it. What if I told you that the fastest way to go ahead and level up your ball player was by not playing any games in Road to the Show? Would you believe me? Now, when I'm talking about leveling up your ball player, I'm talking about the attributes. We're not talking about archetype progress, because you do not get any progress for archetypes here. Each ball player you create, the attributes are singular to that ball player. So unlike archetype progress that's universal, it spreads to every single ball player that you select with that archetype. Attributes, on the other hand, only stick to that created ball player, and if you create a brand new one, they will reset to the base attributes that each and every single ball player starts out with. Now, once you select your archetype, the base attributes might increase a little bit, but everyone has the same amount of room for improvement. So let's say you start off with 30 contact. You get that 30 contact to 50 contact by leveling up contact 20 times against both sides in order to max it out. If you were to start with 60 contact, you get 20 contact to increase and get it to 80 on both sides. Understand? So it is very important that you pay attention to the numbers that you're seeing right here for my contact, my power, and even fielding and reaction if you really want to. What we're gonna do is head on over to Road to the Show. If you don't want to mess up any Road to the Show career that you are taking seriously, then that's fine. Just click on the more options toggle and start a brand new one. Me, I already have one available, so all I'm going to do is go into load save file and go into my Diamondbacks catcher, because that is the ball player that I intend into taking into Diamond Dynasty. So that's the one I want to raise the base attributes as high as I possibly can. Small intermission break. Make sure you guys hit that like button, red subscribe button, notification bell. Help this channel expand, and we stream on Twitch. We have the Discord all in the description. 10 p.m. Eastern stream. Now, once you're inside the clubhouse in your Road to the Show character, all you're gonna do is click on calendar. Once on calendar, you are going to press sim season, and that's basically it. You simulate the entire season, you skip every single cinematic, and you press X as fast as possible. I'm gonna show you all how much you improve. I'm gonna simulate it for one entire season and then show you guys my player attributes at the end of the season. So as you all can see, we just finished our regular season. In the middle of it, we got called up to AAA. Let's see where our base attributes are at. Now keep in mind that there are methods to make this a whole lot quicker that I am going to discuss, so you want to stick around for it. So when we go to our player card, we can see our contact numbers both increased by 1. Our power versus right increased by 1. Our power versus left stayed the same. Our fielding increased by 4. Our reaction increased by 4. And our speed and stealing remained the same. Now, like I said, there are ways to improve the attributes that you gain and make it more all around, and I got you with that as well. But before I jump into that, once you have completed this season, you do not have to go ahead and continue doing anything else. Just simply back out. You head back to the Road to the Show screen. Once at that Road to the Show screen, just load the same file up. If you have started a new one, load that same new one up, and you are going to start in the beginning of your minor league career. So as your overall gets higher, it's going to be even easier to play at the minors for the CPU that's playing for you, and it's going to be easier for them to get attributes as well. Now it's time to head into the juicy stuff to make all these attributes jump a lot quicker. One of the most important things to know when it comes to getting more base attributes increased all around is what loadout you are using for this. Now, if you want to really focus on just getting your contact and power numbers up because you have a ton of equipment that's going to give you fielding, and your fielding is going to be good no matter what, then you would want to go ahead and equip whichever loadout has the best contact and power. For example, if you're doing the power archetype, the best loadout for that would be the Duke, if you want to just solely improve on contact and power. If, on the other hand, you don't have great equipment and you want to work on your speed as well, or you don't have a speedy runner just yet, you want to turn on the anomaly, or whichever of the loadouts you have has speed as one of the attributes it increases. This is going to work greatly on both our power and speed and stealing, because our player will be more likely to steal now. Since he has a lot more speed, he's going to have a lot more stealing ability as well. The second most important thing for you to go ahead and also get more attributes increased is if you created a new ball player, for example, make sure you put on each and every single piece of equipment that's going to go ahead and help this ball player increase those attributes. If you want to know the best ball player equipment possible to wear in each and every single category, regardless of whether you're a hitter or a pitcher, we have a playlist for that, and I uploaded a video on that yesterday. But you want to go through each and every single category and just make sure that you're wearing whatever is the best piece of equipment that helps those attributes out. And also make sure you do the Jackie Robinson program so you can get free socks and free back grip. All you have to do is get one base hit with Jackie Robinson and you get yourself some solid bat equipment as well as back grip and socks for your ball player. In addition to that, I know some people don't like seeing the sunglasses on the player, so what you can do is equip the sunglasses, then you're gonna back out to your appearance. Once at your appearance, you're gonna go all the way to equipment, eyewear, and then just use it fielding and then flip, and you will never see him hitting with it. And if you're a catcher, you most likely will never have it on, because what catchers do you know have sunglasses on top of their head? Now, the third step is friendly to those that are on next gen, but don't worry about it. If you're on current gen, I got a method for you as well. We're gonna head on over to create, we're gonna head on over to the stadium creator, and we're gonna go ahead and scroll up 3 times, or twice actually. We're gonna move to the right once we are at most popular, and then press save after we press more options. Once we save the stadium, we just back out and we enter into whichever file it is that we want to go ahead and raise the attributes for that ball player. Now, once you're inside the clubhouse, you're gonna go on over to the league and you're gonna go to stadium assignment. For each and every single stadium, which this is going to be a tedious grind, you're gonna select the stadium, you're gonna head on over to created stadiums, and you're gonna put the blank canvas as the stadium that is the home for that team. You're gonna do this for each and every single team. Now, if you are current gen, some great alternatives for you would be a stadium like Laughing Mountain Park. If not Laughing Mountain Park, another great alternative for you would be using the Colorado Rockies Coors Field Stadium. Both of them have great elevation for you to go ahead and just hit shots. And if worse comes to worse and you don't want to use either of those, but you really want to work on your speed and want to just hit short home runs, then Polo Grounds would also be a great stadium for you to go ahead and put for your stadium assignment. Now, since this is going to be a tedious task that you're gonna do 90 times basically, it's something you don't want to do again. So after you assign the stadium for each and every single team, you're simply gonna back out of that screen, head on over to settings, head on over to file management, and then press save. Click on that row to the show player and then save that row to the show player wherever you want to. If you really want to go ahead and rename it to base attribute grind, go ahead and do so, but make sure you do this after you put the 90 stadiums for each team, because if you don't, you're gonna have to do it all over again, and trust me, you don't want that. Now, there are methods to make this even a little bit quicker, but they are methods that I stay away from because I don't know how the 1 overall rosters are this year. But you can save a roster full of 1 overalls, but make sure they have lefties and righties, or else you're only gonna be working on your stats versus right-handed pitchers and you'll be a platoon hitter, and we don't want that. So I generally leave the default rosters and just go in there with the default rosters. How you know whether you have maxed out a certain attribute? Well, you have to head into a game. You don't have to play the game. You could simulate and exit. Once you exit, once you are at this progress screen, you go all the way to base attributes, and it will let you know how far you are towards completing that base attribute. For example, here we go over towards our fielding and we see that it says 50 fielding and it says no change, and then the maximum is 50 fielding. So we are done with our fielding attribute, we are done with our reaction attribute, we are done with our speed attribute. So what will we be focusing on here in order to go ahead and max out the base attributes of this player? We would be focusing on our contact attributes, as we still got a long way to go, our power attributes, since we still got a long way to go, and then last but not least, we would be focusing on our stealing attributes. So still having the anomaly would be a great idea in this situation. That being said, we done here. So I hope you enjoyed. Happy Easter. Have a blessed one.